Alright, here we go. Haven't welded much in 30 years. And it looks like it. But, see all that? First we just tack welded it and then I stitched it all together. The one thing that did not happen is there was no warping. Zero warpage. Zero. We took this before and after and put it across here. There's no gap and no gap. So it didn't work. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't. If you tack these things together and then stitch weld them, you're okay. I didn't brush off all the crud on here. I punched through 3 holes and then had to mend them. It was a Harbor Freight welder that my neighbor has, but it worked fine. This is one of my big holes, right? God, where are we here? Yeah, see there? And I had to build it up, but the hole sealed. That was the big crater I made. But anyway, it looks like crap. I did some grind testing on it in certain areas, and none of it was brittle or crusty or anything. So yeah, it looks like shit. I haven't welded in 30 years. What do you expect? It was a MIG machine using flux core wire. So another compromise, but it's ready to go back in the engine. So you see those pretty, see that? All nice and flat and shiny and pretty. So this thing's ready to bolt on. I think the donut on here is probably in pretty good shape. I think it might have been replaced once. So I'm going to take the threads of these bolts and clean them up a little bit with a wire brush, and then this and the intake will be ready to bolt back to the cylinder head, and then we can drop it all back together. So anyway, it didn't warp, and I'm happy. Not the best welding in the world. Let's see after I start the engine up in a week or two if it if it cracks. It might be another $100 part if it does, but the motor mount was completely wasted and it sits right here, and it allowed the downpipe to pull on it and flex it real hard, and I'm pretty sure that's why most of this is cracked. So we've got a brand new motor mount. We'll put it in, and just before we put the head and the headers and everything back in. So anyway, that was the only place that was cracked, is those 2 pipes, and they were cracked almost all the way around. So that's it for now. Just wanted to show that we got one major step done. Anytime now we will have the head back on the motor, and I can't wait to get this thing out in the dry washes in the desert and hunting for gold. Anyway, that's it. See you, bye. Well, you see that little tiny dot of light? That would be a pinhole in my welding. This is shot through the bottom of the exhaust outlet, just so you know where we are. And you can see that dot. Plus, take my flashlight here and see a little piece of wire that came through there. And I punched through a little right there. Down. See this round pipe sticking in? Just below it, I don't know if I can get it to focus on it. Almost dead middle frame, you'll see almost a perfectly round, there we go, perfectly round area, and that was a blow through, but I sealed it up nice. So you can see some of my work from the inside, but there's a pinhole. So I might have to do this with a flashlight and check to see if there's anything else, but I just found that pinhole and I thought I'd show it to you guys. So anyway, yes, it's not perfect, and probably that pinhole won't make any difference, but that just takes a minute to fix. I don't know how else to do this. I'll figure out a way to check other areas for leaks.